Hey, you guys, welcome. It is August 25th, and we're cruising through August, one more week. Kelly, anything you want to say?
No,
Sarah,
I
anything?
don't. I think that I just wanted to say that somebody posted tonight about the accountability partners and how amazing theirs was, and that's the whole point of this program, guys. We've got amazing speakers for you. We have Money Monday, Friends Friday. We have a live Zoom every Tuesday. But really, the connection is what we really hope that you're going to bond with and take forever and ever. So really embrace these last couple of months that we have in the program, and really dive in and get to know your accountability partner. Go over and beyond with what just touching base, and really start to connect, because this is where you're going to start to see magic happen. And like Karen said, we've got some promotions coming and some that have happened, and this doesn't happen alone. So I'm very proud of you guys.
We're very proud of you. See, we're not yelling at you this week, right? We're not giving you tough love. How about that? All right, so we have, Sarah, you have anything you want to add?
No, everyone seems to be doing well.
All right. Hey, I also did post, I know some of you couldn't open that PDF. I don't know, my computer hates me the last couple days. So I did screenshot it and post it in the accountability thread. So if you can't
one
find
of my girls posted it too. Sonia posted it.
Perfect. All right, so we have a treat for you tonight. We have the one and only Rachel Pence with us. She made an amazing Target run today. It is the reason why we were late getting on with you, because she was showing us all the things she got at Target for the fall. So if you haven't hit your local Target, this is a Target, I don't know what you call it. This is, yep. She got some really cute stuff. So in the basically dollar section, right?
Yep. I go straight into the dollar section and straight out the front door.
So when I think about personal branding, when I think about attraction marketing, when I think about someone who is a rock star in all that kind of thing, she's who I think about. Her name comes like to the top of my list. She is authentic. She is real, total real life. If you don't follow her on social media, you probably should, because she does a fantastic job. She is a top everything. Like, I mean, she's always like, you name it, she's earned it. The first thing that, oh yeah, Eileen wants in on the call. I guess I could let her in. The one thing that first impressed me so much was her growth, which was like insane. And I was like, I need to know what she's doing, because it's something amazing. So aside from that, she makes the cutest babies, and she has she just built a she shed, which is amazing, and she has mad gardening skills too. So with that, I will pass it over to you, and the floor is yours.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to talk to you guys. So I want to talk to you guys about attraction marketing. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in the shed, so sometimes the service is a little sketchy, but we should be good. But I want to talk to you guys about attraction marketing. And attraction marketing is something that I've become really passionate about. That, to be 100% transparent, because that's what I do, is I didn't really know I had no idea what that meant. I didn't know what those words were. I didn't know what the phrase meant. I had no idea what that meant as far as social media, network marketing, any of that stuff. I had no idea. And to be honest, I kind of was doing it before I even realized what I was doing. So it's something that when Karen mentioned being super transparent and super, I don't know the best way to say it, but you want to attract people to your realness, pretty much, is one way to really think about it. So if you follow me on social media, half the time my life is a crap show, and not a crap show in a bad way, but I've got a lot of kids. I've got a lot of animals. I've got a huge garden. That's why I look like this right now, because I was just canning a bunch of vegetable soup, and it's always different, strange things at any given moment. My life is as unpredictable as they come, but people love it because it's like that. It's something that people want to follow because it isn't perfect. And I'm not, and I've noticed that the more imperfect that my life is, the more relatable I become, and the more I see people following and noticing what I'm doing and all of these different things, and even purchasing, as weird as it sounds, you know, and just attracting people to you. Because we know the name of the game with this business is to make people want your job. If you can make your team want your job as a leader and make your friends want your job as a consultant, then you've got it made, because that's all that it takes to be super good at this job, more or less, to really grow your team, is both of those things. So create a life that people are looking at and that they want that life, whatever it is. And I'm not saying do something fake, and I'm not talking about material things at all whatsoever. When I say that, I'm not saying go buy a Lamborghini or a Land Rover or a Range Rover or whatever. If you want to, go for it. But I don't have that. I'm a mom. Like, I'm a super simple mom that looks like this most of the time, that it's not about material things, that I'm the first to tell you, I found these at the dollar store. And that's part of my brand, is sharing these type of things, that these were $1 at the dollar store. I'm going to share these so people can go get them and recreate the look that I make inside of my house. So doing decor on a budget. Being a mom of lots, I use the hashtag mom of lots all the time, because when you have a lot of kids, life is a different ball game than when you have 2 kids. I tell people, which, no offense if you have 2 kids at all whatsoever, we just didn't figure out when to stop. We didn't figure it out till we were too late and too far in. And I always tell people, I'm like, the world is made for 2 kids, for 2 kid households. It's not made for people with 5 kids. So mom of lots is another thing that I really have found an audience for, you could say, because it is something that not that many people have or really even talk about. So finding those niches, finding those things that if you talk to Jill McCarthy, she'll call them connectors. Finding connectors with people, whether it's gardening, whether it's decor, whether it's farmhouse, whether it's mom of lots, whether it's Target Tuesday, whatever it is, finding things where you connect with people so people want to follow you is the number one thing with social media and attraction marketing, because you want people to, you want to provide something to people so they want to follow you. For instance, my Target Tuesdays, as silly as they are, people love it because they want to know what's available at Target. So then they can go and they can grab the stuff at Target, and then I take it a step further and I incorporate a lot of it with my Scentsy so they can recreate the looks that I'm making with Target, the dollar store, whatever else that's close by, and they can recreate it with Scentsy. So all of those things, finding your brand, finding your niche, finding connectors with other people that are going to want to follow you on social media. And those things, you don't want that to be Scentsy. When you guys are looking at your social media profiles and you're using hashtags or tagging or things like this, my number one tip is, yes, use hashtag Scentsy, use hashtag whatever it was that they had us doing. What was it? The Scentsy snapshot, whatever. Use those, of course, but don't make that your sole goal is for, you know, for Scentsy people to see it, because guess what? Scentsy people don't need a Scentsy lady. They don't. Scentsy people do not need Scentsy ladies. The people that need Scentsy, or guys, the people that need Scentsy people are people that aren't Scentsy consultants. So find those connectors elsewhere other than Scentsy. For instance, one thing you can do is ask on social media, ask your friends, make a post on Facebook. What are 3 things that you think of when you think of me other than Scentsy? To see exactly what you have that's attracting people to you. You very well could already have those things without even having to overthink it. My brand is the Wickless Homestead. I didn't make that up for no reason. It's because I have a little mini homestead. One of our goals is being self-sufficient, all of the things that go with that. So ask people what they think of when they think of you, to where then you can create your brand, create, you know, everything that you're doing in your Scentsy business and your social media profiles around what people are already connecting you with. Do you see what I'm saying? So as in being a mom of lots, being a dad of lots, whatever, being a nurse, cooking, working out, whatever it could be, hair, I don't know, all of those different things. Find the things that people are already connecting with you with and use those hashtags, use those tags. Find people in the world, the great, huge, big world, that are also attracted to those things. So find people that also love hair, not people that love hair and love Scentsy. Because guess what? If they love hair and they love Scentsy, they probably already have a Scentsy lady. You want to find people that just love hair, and then talk to those people that just love hair. Build a relationship with those people that just love hair. Not with a relationship as in, hey, guess what? We have around the campfire wax. That's not building a relationship. A relationship is, oh my gosh, I know nothing about hair, so I should have picked something else. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, how did you do whatever? For me, it would be somebody that I'm connecting with people through recipes for my garden and different ways to can things and different ways to grow things. I'm connecting with them on that basis without Scentsy involved. Do they end up asking what I do or noticing what I do or noticing the lifestyle that I have and wondering what I'm doing? Absolutely, all the time. And that's the thing, is living the Scentsy lifestyle. It's not about selling Scentsy. It's a lifestyle. And I can tell you, and I can attest, and I know that most directors and above and anybody that has been involved with Scentsy long enough can attest to the fact that this business changes your entire life. It changes your entire lifestyle. My lifestyle today is 100% different than it was 4.5 years ago. 4.5 years ago, I did not live the same life as I do today. And it is 100%, 150% without a doubt because of Scentsy. So I want people to wonder, what does she do that she has a stinking she shed? Why does she have a she shed that's filled with Scentsy stuff? Why does she have a she shed with these huge cabinets? Why did she build a she shed? How does she have a mini farm? How does she have a homestead? How is she a retired nurse? All of these things. Those are my lifestyle that, granted, they're not Scentsy related. They're not asking how is she a Scentsy lady. They're asking all of these other things. But all of those things are possible because of Scentsy. So I'm attracting people to my lifestyle with all of the different connectors, not the Scentsy connector. The Scentsy connector connects me with you guys, and I don't need to sell Scentsy to you or recruit you because you're already a Scentsy lady. I love that it connects me with Scentsy people 100%, but it's not growing my Scentsy business. Growing my Scentsy business is connecting with people outside of Scentsy, but making it very clear that Scentsy is the vessel that has given me what I have. So attracting people to your lifestyle, making people want your job, being transparent. You can't always show the highlight reel. Make sure you're showing up. I posted a picture. You can look on my social. I posted a picture of my laundry room filled to the brim with laundry the other day. People loved it. So many people commented and said, oh my God, I feel normal. Like it's not perfect because life isn't perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Things don't have to always be staged perfect. They don't always have to be spick and span, all of the things. People love you for you. And one of my biggest phrases that I like to tell my team is, if for instance, when you're posting about, and this is kind of out of left field, but when you're posting about Scentsy or when you're posting about your Scentsy lifestyle or whatever else, the people that mind don't matter that you do that. And the people that do mind don't matter. I think I said it the right way. The people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter. The people that have a problem with the fact that you're sharing Scentsy and that you're sharing what it's done for you and the way that it's changed your life, they don't matter. And the best thing they can ever do for you is unfriend you to where it makes room for somebody that does care. Who cares what people that don't care about you think? Nobody does. If you opened up a retail chain, if you opened up a boutique, if you opened up a restaurant, something like that, people would be supporting you. Why the heck in 2020 is it a curse word for somebody to do social media, to do network marketing or direct sales? I don't know, because it shouldn't be. It's a way that we can change our lives. And like I said, if you had a boutique that sold candles, people would all day want to share your stuff. But people, because sometimes for some reason, because it's Scentsy, have this bad taste in their mouths. And it's up to you to prove that wrong, one, because Scentsy's a different company than others. And then two, to just roll it off your sleeve. Tell them to unfriend you as quick as they want, because that makes room for somebody that does care and somebody within your 5,000 max that you can have on Facebook. You don't want the haters as your 5,000. Why would you ever want people that are looking at you negative, thinking negative things about you as one of your 5,000 friends on Facebook? That's all you can have. Weed them out as quick as you can. If they want to go somewhere because they don't support your business, then that's fine. And when I say support your business, I don't mean buying. I mean being a supportive friend, liking your post. They don't even have to like it. Just don't be negative, whatever. But attracting people to you is the name of the game with this business. And I just went on a huge tangent, and I probably missed a million things because that's how my brain works. So do you guys have any questions? And then it'll probably lead me off into another direction.
I would love it if you would tell them, I know your life has changed so much. Tell them what life looked like when you started compared to now.
So when I started Scentsy, at the time we had a 5-year-old, 2 2-year-olds, right? 2 2-year-olds, I think, and a 1-year-old. So I had 4 little kids. I had worked as a school nurse. The day before my 1-year-old was born was my last day as a nurse. And we were a year in, he was a year old. So I was able to quit my job, but in order for me to quit my job, I sacrificed everything. And when I say everything, I'm not kidding. I sacrificed, we went down to one car. We had one car because that's all we could afford. So my husband took that car to work and I stayed home. And when I say stay home, I don't mean stayed home but went to the park and went to Target Tuesday and all these other things. I stayed home, as in when he was gone, I was stuck. I could not go anywhere. At the time, my husband even went out of town quite a bit. So when he drove out of town, I was not allowed to leave. Not allowed to leave. God, that sounds terrible. But I wasn't able to leave. I wasn't physically able because I didn't have a car. And I had 4 kids. So it wasn't easy to call somebody and say, hey, can I get a ride to go somewhere? I was stuck. I was stuck right there. We also got rid of my cell phone because my husband had a work phone through it, had a work cell phone through his work. So we got rid of our cell phone bill because I sacrificed where I could. I got rid of cable. I only had internet, which I used on my old iPhone that I would connect to Wi-Fi so I could still get on Facebook on my phone. I mean, if you could sacrifice it, I did. We made it work. We were fine. We were surviving. Don't get me wrong. We had food and we were taken care of and all these things, but we definitely weren't doing anything extra. We weren't going on vacations. We weren't dreaming big of cars and dreaming of even owning our home. We were renting at the time, and all of these things were so different. And I had a Scentsy party, and and I honestly had a Scentsy party because I couldn't afford to buy Scentsy and I wanted some. So I had a party to get it free and half price. And I had it in February and it was double host rewards month. And the girl told me, she said, you'll make X amount. It was like $200 or something. I had a really good party off your party. And if you join, she didn't offer to flip it to me because it was a different world 4.5 years ago. It wasn't as easy as it is today, but she didn't offer, but I was like, no, like that's not for me. I'm not going to sell Scentsy. Like that's crazy. Like, I don't want to be one of those ladies, right? I thought I was one of those that I wasn't going to trash talk somebody, but that was not the job for me, right? I was a nurse. Like I was too good for that, to be completely honest. And then the next month I knew that my 2 boys, I guess they were 3 because they were starting preschool the next fall. This was February. And I remember thinking like, we can't put them in preschool. Like we don't have an extra few $100s a month. Like it physically was not possible. In order for me to do that, I was realizing that I was going to have to go back to work as a nurse, but not as a school nurse with an office and great hours. I was going to have to go back to work as a night nurse and stay up all day and all the things that I did for years prior before that. And I didn't want to do that again. And I remember that girl said $250. And I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. I bet I can do $250 a month. I can make that happen and that'll pay for preschool. And within 30 seconds, I was on her website and joining because I am a personality type 7. And if I would have thought about it any more than that, I would have said, forget it. And I never, ever would have clicked join ever. I promise you, I would have never done it if I'd thought about it more than that. So I hopped on and I joined. And 4.5 years later, I'm never going back to work as a nurse in my entire life. I loved it, but it's not for me. I knew on the entire time I was in nursing school, really my whole life, I knew that I did not like somebody, and my mom will attest to this too, I did not like somebody telling me when to be somewhere. I didn't like somebody telling me when to show up for a job. I didn't like somebody telling me when I could leave. I've never in my life liked somebody telling me what to do. And I knew that I was miserable working and I didn't know how to get away from it until I found Scentsy. And now I 100% am retired, never going back. And money is no issue anymore. And it's a different world. And it is 100% because of Scentsy. If I wouldn't have found Scentsy, I wouldn't have Willow, which if you see my Facebook or Instagram, she's the one that's everywhere. I wouldn't have Willow because we could have never afforded a 5th kid. I wouldn't have, me and my husband had never been on an airplane together when I joined Scentsy. We had only went to Myrtle Beach, which I live in Ohio. So if you live in the Midwest, Myrtle Beach is where you go. Myrtle Beach or Gatlinburg, that's the only places you go from the Midwest. And we had never been anywhere other than Myrtle Beach together because we couldn't afford it. And a year after I joined Scentsy, we got on an airplane and we went to Africa. And we've been a million places since then. And it's a different world. We live in a very different lifestyle because of Scentsy. So I will forever, for the rest of my life, be indebted to the fact that I want everybody to do this, because now we're to the point that it's like, I hate seeing my friends and family working a real job. Like, I want to do something to where you don't have to work, because I want us all to be able just to do whatever we want all the time. And I can't fix everybody, but hopefully one day be able to do something where I can let everybody stay home somehow. So yeah, it was a very different world. And I wasn't a public speaker. I didn't talk to people out loud. I talked to little kids in my office that needed ADHD medication and diabetes sticks on their fingers, and that was about it. So in every aspect of my life, it's different because of Scentsy. Everything.
I think we have some questions. Hold on one sec.
Oh, sorry, I don't interrupt the chat because it distracts me.
Yeah, I don't think there's any questions, but I have to jump in because it's funny because your life and my life are the same. I never want people to tell me what to do. And I guess I've always been self-employed, and it never was a thing until I actually had a job and I had to report at a specific time and people told me what to do and where to be and how to be. And I was like, oh, this is not for me. So until you realize there's something more out there, you just don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, and so many people don't know. Like, so many people, I didn't know that this was a thing and that this was a reality for people. And if I would, I hate, again, I hate to think about if I wouldn't have clicked join, where I'd be right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what my life would be like.
Yeah.
And I
Right
don't
there
I don't
with you.
know where to be. I want to stop at Target on my way to go somewhere. I don't want to have to be somewhere at a certain time, unless it's a home party, and then I'll be there all day. But that's about it. And even by the end of the home party, I'm like watching the clock, like, okay, I gotta go. Like, this has been too long. I gotta get out of here. Like, it's been 2 hours here. I can't do it anymore.
That's so me. Oh my gosh.
It's
That's so
awful.
Do you
It's
guys
awful.
have questions for her? If you have a question, put it in the chat. Isn't
Yeah.
she amazing?
Ask anything, seriously, because I probably had a million other things to say about attraction marketing, and I hope I even answered the question about attraction.
You did. You were fantastic.
I have to say, because I just go
I
off
think you are so great at branding. I mean, that's like, I can look at a post and I know it's yours. Just
Yeah, that's with branding your pictures. You don't have to be a perfect picture, but be consistent. That's the thing with this everything about this business is about consistency. The people that are super successful are consistent. They show up, they do the things, they do them repeatedly, they get them down, they develop systems, and they do it consistently. Show up for your team consistently, show up for your customers consistently, and then keep your social media profiles also consistent. Posting every day, doing your stories every day, all of the things, building those relationships through those social profiles. Be consistent.
And being
I love that
authentically
you said that. Yeah. What is our habit tracker for, everybody? That's to get your business consistent. So I love that you mentioned that, Rachel. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, be consistent. Keep your pictures flow. Most people can identify a picture I take because I use the same exact filters on every single pictures, where they all look the same. My brand is super recognizable. My customers know it. My postcards even use the same fonts. When you're doing things like that to build your brand, and it's the minor details that don't really matter that much. Honestly, you probably have a million other things to really get down first, but when you get in a moment in your business that you have a minute to really do the extra things, then find 2 fonts to use on all your branding. Find the same colors to use on all your branding. All of the things to where your customers get something in the mail from you or your team, and they don't have to it doesn't have to have your name on it, because they're going to know exactly who it came from, because it's very consistent branding for all of it.
Do you use the same packaging all the time, or do you, like, if they get an envelope from you, do they know it's from you based on the color of it, or do they know when they open it up?
Normally, it's actually, I can even show you. Normally, I either use this color. I was just doing mail. I usually either use this color mailers or bright pink mailers, or I use blue and pink. So my mailers are always blue and pink. I'm trying to find a postcard, because I know I have postcards sitting here somewhere, because my office is a mess. And I just made some earlier today. Where did those go? I just made one. I was going to show you guys my branding for my postcards for my customers are also very, very similar in color. Hang on. If you don't care, I'll stand up and I'll grab one.
You're fine.
Let me say, I'll show you. I've got them all here, but I got to snag them. So here is, for instance, trying to find something else. Where's that? Where is it at? I just made postcards today. I don't know where the heck they went, but I literally made them today. And I don't know where they are. And that's a problem because they were so cute. Okay, so for instance, with my packaging, for the fall, fall and winter, I have these brown bags. I always use these brown bags for my customer packaging. And then I have all of my little labels are all the same. So this light pink, And then this brown. So then my brag tags are also the same colors because these will hang on here, if you can see with the name written on them. So they're all the same colors, the same theme. I always do really light colors, really light blues and pinks. And these are my 2 fonts that I use, actually. You can see them on here. And then the same fonts are on here with the same picture. And then here's some mail. I actually even have these stickers with my face on them. So I stick these on all my happy mail that goes out. Where the heck are now? I'm bothered that I can't find those postcards because they were so cute and I just made them. I don't know where they went. I just printed a bunch. But yeah, I try to keep all my stuff super similar and branding to where they can identify who it is. My colors are always super similar. Sometimes I'll go off a little different when it's for like fall or something. But here we go. But they're all normally the same. So then I made this earlier with my Scentsy Club that goes out in my Scentsy Club mail. Same colors, same fonts that I always use. So it's super identifiable when they get it in the mail or when they pick it up. I'll mix up other things like these. I have pink and then like a plum tissue paper. And then for Christmas, once we get closer to winter, I have a gold snowflakes to add inside of it too. So
Do you Amazon those or Nashville wrap?
These are Nashville wraps, the bags and the tissue paper. So these bags, if you buy them in a bundle, it comes with these, a size smaller, and then 2 bigger sizes. And it was like $35, I want to say, or something, I think, for like 100 bags. So enough to get me through the fall. I think it was over 100 bags. So enough to get me through the fall and winter, hopefully, as far as bags go. So I get those from Nashville Wraps. A lot, my stickers and tags and stuff, I make them myself and print them from home. These I did have made, the picture ones, at makestickers.com. But most things I just make myself. I'll just make it when I need it. So for instance, like I needed that postcard earlier for what I do with my personal special for my Scentsy Club subscribers. And I just threw this together and just printed it on cardstock. Yeah, so postcards I print myself, packaging I get from Nashville Wraps or from Amazon. I also snagged these earlier that go with my colors. So you'll see it's like this light pink. That's a lot of my colors. Light blues, light pinks, light purples, just those real kind of pastel-y colors. And to be completely honest, the reason why I choose those colors is because they're the cheapest to print, because they're not blacks and blue, dark blues and things like that are going to be really, really ink heavy. So that's why I use the colors I do, just because it's the least expensive to print. It looks good too, but it's because it's cheap.
Very cool. Very cool. Does anyone else have any other questions? I know we've run a couple minutes over.
I want to see your she shed.
Postcards and packages.
Huh?
Someone asked where you buy your postcards and packages.
Oh, Nashville Wraps.
Okay.
And then my Scentsy Club. So I always send thank you mail to all of my customers. I send the little poly mailers that I'm sure everybody's seen, the holographic ones. And then I send samples. I send a full-size product, either a scent circle, a scent pack, a dryer disc. Those are normally my 3 go-tos. And I'll send a full-size product as a thank you with some samples. For my Scentsy Club, I do it as a personal special, but my Scentsy Club, for every 3 paid orders that's what it says. For every 3 club orders that ship, you'll receive a full-size product from me. So this month they're getting a hand soap, and it's after they pay for 3 club orders so that I can, again, build that consistent PRV. I want them, ordering often. So I want that consistent PRV and that loyalty from them. And then I want them to tell their friends, hey, she gave me a free hand soap because I have a club order. So then their friends do it too. So yeah. And my shed, Eileen, look, you can
It is so amazing.
kind of see. Okay, so sorry, it's kind of hard to do with the computer, but here's from the front doors. I've got my big thing. My desk is a mess.
I don't care.
And then here is my bar wall and stuff, which everybody's a consultant here. So
Oh my gosh, look at those drawers. I love it.
drawers, I have them all labeled. I think Karen, I might have even been on Zoom with you.
Yep, you were.
And they're all labeled, so I know exactly what's in them all. So with my drawers, what I did was one cart is a sample cart, one cart's a packaging cart, one cart is a mail cart, and one's a printer cart. so that they all have their specific areas. And this side's a mess, but this will eventually be a big display. I just haven't got it lit up or anything yet. And then I have my little waiting area for customers, and then Willow's area over there, which right now is a customer pickup area. So she lost her spot because I have tons of people that need to pick up orders. So.
I love it. Thank you.
There's loft storage too. So I love this thing. Okay, so we have a really small house. We have like a 900 square foot house and 5 kids. So I had to do something and I came up with this. So
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
oh, of course. I love this thing.
It's so cool.
I love this thing.
You did such a good job with it.
I love it. It worked out really well. I feel like bursting at the seams because I keep adding things that I really don't need in here, but it's okay.
Well, you inspired me to ask Steve to build me shelves, cubbies.
I love it.
The
IKEA.
desk.
IKEA all day. Go to IKEA.
Well,
Get
that's
thing.
what I was doing, but the delivery time to here was ridiculous because we don't have one local. So I know. So if they would just build one in the state of South Carolina, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right. I'm in your boat. Like if I want to drive over to the west side, then I can get IKEA stuff, but they won't ship to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, we have one like 3 exits up. So
That's not bad.
yeah, we got lucky.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions, you guys? They're so
I'm gonna open the
quiet.
book. I promise I'll answer it if you've got it. There is nothing that I wouldn't answer.
I'm going to ask a question. Where do you post mostly? On Instagram or Facebook or both?
Both. Both. I do both all the time. I do the Instagram stories all day, like just throughout the day, just sharing random things on Instagram stories. My Instagram feed, I usually post once every few days, but then my Facebook is where I do a lot of posting on Facebook. But remember, your Facebook is more, how I like to think about mine is my Facebook is more of like how I keep up with my friends and family I already have. My Instagram is where I'm really focusing on finding new people, because it's easier on Instagram between hashtags and stories and tags and locations and all of the things. It's a lot easier to find new people. And I will give you guys one of my secrets that I haven't given very many people, but for hashtags, if you're struggling to find your 30 hashtags you want to use every time, go to your phone and download Hashtag Expert. And it's an app. And all you have to do is put in one hashtag that you want to start with, and it'll give you 30 other hashtags. 29 other hashtags that go with that hashtag you said. So if somebody has looked at Target Tuesday hashtag, it's going to give me other things, 29 others that person has looked up, or similar people have looked up. And yeah, so then that will increase your people that are viewing it, people that are liking it, and then your followers. And that's another thing you can do is on your Instagram, you can look and see you can look at each of your posts and see exactly where the insights and where things have came from. So I'm able to look on here and I'm able to see today my Target Tuesday haul that I posted. It's out of the 1,200 reach. The reach was 1,200. 365 of those were from hashtags. So 365 people seen my stuff only because I had the right hashtags. So Hashtag Expert. A secret.
That's awesome.
That's what I use.
Thank you.
See, keep her secret. Let's just keep it in this little circle, people. Don't tell too many people.
No, it's fine, really. I promise. It's really not that big of a secret, but most people don't know about it, so. I don't think there's a cap on it or anything, but.
Well, we can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for sharing your time and escaping
anytime.
to your she shed to.
It's quiet here, so.
Yeah. You're the best. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you guys for having me. I loved it. It's always fun. Always a pleasure.
You're welcome. Anything in closing, Kelly? Eileen? Sarah?
No,
Anyone?
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
I hope
All
I
right.
got the attraction marketing down and not just she shed tours.
No, that was, I loved the way you explained it because it was really easy to understand. At least it was for me. I mean, I thought you did a great job.
Well, thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely. All right, guys. Well, then we will have homework posted, a challenge posted later, and everything is under Unit 8. I think we're week 8. I can't believe we're week 8. That's seems a lot, doesn't it? And we will chat with you next Tuesday.
Bye, everyone.